Oh hi there, welcome to the world tour. Today we're going to be going over all the buildings that I've done in the past 3 years. I'm going to be sharing about the backstory and some lores on the buildings that I've done. So let's get started. So we're going to go chronologically on the first build that I did, which is this house right here. Which, if you guys notice, is a completely different aesthetic from the other houses that I've done. You can see that I've marked the date right here. Fun fact, I actually started this survival world with my girlfriend. And just to protect her name, I removed her name from here. So this was the first house that we did on July 6, 2022. It's a simple house. I think I copied it from like a video or something. But it's pretty simple. It's your standard house. We have like a kitchen here. I didn't finish the interior completely right here. As you guys can see, there's a lot of blank spaces. And up here is just our bed. And we have a little secret spot right here. We can go up into the rooftop to see the world. I used this spot quite a lot in the early games to avoid creepers when my base wasn't lit properly yet. We also have a basement right here at the back. This is where I house the chest. We have a lot of random stuff in here. We got these at the start of the game, which I don't really touch. I try not to touch them unless I really need the materials. But we have like a lot of random stuff in here. And if you guys notice, there's a stick in here. This is from a data pack that I used for pets. But I just couldn't figure out how the data pack works, so I deleted it. And it left a stick in here for some reason. That is indestructible. But yeah. And this is the enchanting room. Pretty simple. No decoration just yet. But we're gonna have like a proper enchanting space and everything like that in the future. But I just haven't gotten around to it. But that's pretty much it for this building right here. Not much going on. Just a good old starter house. And the next thing that I built was the necessity right here, which is the farm space. Oh, it's nighttime. Let me sleep real quick. So like I was saying, food. Which is why I built this farm right here. I wanted it to look somewhat nice. And I still use this from time to time. And it just houses everything that I need. Carrots, weeds, and I even have pumpkin right here. And then we also got bees at the start of the game as well. And I built this fountain area right here. I didn't want the space to be too empty. So I added this water area. Like a pond basically. It goes all the way down here into the front section right here. And if we head over to the front right here, we can see there's like a wall section. And this is going to connect to the pier town right here, which we haven't done yet. So the trees here weren't here initially. So I built that later on. But at the start, I just built out the necessary things that we need at the start of the game. So I didn't have any of the trees yet because material was pretty low at the start. And we have my dog right here. His name is Zero. And he's been here chilling. And the next building I did was this blacksmith right here. And if you guys notice, there's no sign to indicate when I built it. I'm pretty sure I started dating my builds like 2024 maybe. So at this period, I didn't have any dates just yet. But this is where I spend most of my time here in this world. All of these chests and barrels house most of my materials. Like all the random stuff that I need are all here. As you can see, I have sand, I have slime, and dirt, and everything else. And we have iron in this barrel right here. And we have the valuables in this chest right here. And up here as well. But yeah, it's pretty simple. And this space is really small and an upgrade is way overdue. But we're gonna build a mega base sometime soon up there. Once I have all the materials that I need. Oh, it started raining. But right here we have 2 armor sets. The first one is a diamond set that I use to fight the dragon. And here we have the sword as well. And right here is the first armor that I ever made in this world. And I just want to keep all of this and put them in a museum so that we can have all the different memorabilia and display them somewhere really nice. So if we head all the way down here, back to the start, we can see this house right here. But before I built that, I built this animal pen on the right side of it, which houses all of the original animals. So my girlfriend gathered all of this animal right here, and basically we breed them and keep them here in case we need them. And I still use them to this day right here. I don't know if I want to keep this because it's like literally in the heart of the town. And it's kind of, I don't know about it. But yeah, next to the pen, we have this house right here. It's basically a farmhouse. It doesn't really have anything in here. It's empty, but I just want to have like a house that, you know, comes along with the pen, so it doesn't look just like a random pen. After all, we want to build like a village, right? So we just don't want to have like a random pen that no one is tending, basically. But my plan with this farmhouse is actually to convert this into a pig pen sometime in the future, maybe soon, and make it nicer, because this is not it. Like, we need something better like real soon. But yeah, let's just sleep real quick and then continue the tour after that. Alright, that's perfect. After this build, I'm not really sure what I built next, but I'm guessing it's the cow farm right here in the village. So as you can see here, we have this mock-up of a pad that I'm going to do sometime in the future, because I'm not sure yet what I want to do with this area. But the plan was to connect that road all the way here. And yeah, this is the cow farm right here inside. This is where I got my food, basically. And we can climb up here. There's like this barrel. Usually we have wheat inside, and then we can open here and press this button right here. Oh, and just feed the cow with wheat, and all the babies would drop off, and all the babies would drop right here, and we would burn them for food and leather. But I don't really use it anymore, because I find it a bit annoying to just like feed the cow and then wait for the baby to grow up, and then yeah, it takes a bit too long for me, so I just eat bread from my wheat farm. But yeah, right here we have this next house right here. But before I show you guys this house, I'm gonna show you guys the view from this side. Yeah, this area right here is supposed to be like a town center, so I want to simulate like a crowded street, so that's why it's a bit compact in here. I did that on purpose. But yeah, the next building that I did was this house right here. And as you can see, there's a pattern that I don't do interiors, which is horrible. But we can go up here. This is where I house my lava, basically. So we have like an infinite lava source right here. And we gotta decorate it sometime in the future. But we also have this spot right here. I want to do more of this, like in the area, but there's no opportunity for that just yet. But basically it's like a fence gate to separate houses. And I sort of did a similar thing right here, but it's an actual gate that you can use to go up to a different section of the town. But this two houses right here is pretty new. This two right here was made like 2023, I'm guessing, or 22 even. And the next building that I did after this two right here was this big one right here, which is like a palace kind of thing, but it's not really a palace. I'm trying to avoid giving you guys spoilers for the other builds, but I'm going to show you guys this build right here first. And this build right here is not really Japanese. It's more of like a Korean house with a color palette especially. But as you can see, like there's like a pattern with my older builds. There's no texturing and it looks a bit bland. And I don't really like this build and I want to destroy it so bad. Yeah, let's just see what I decide later on. This houses my Bonemeal farm, which I collect all the way in here. I really need to clean up this place and make it look better, and have a chest for getting all the Bonemeal somewhere nicer. And as you can see here, we have chests from when I made this build as well. And the inside houses nothing just yet, but I did do a bit of interior. But yeah, this Bonemeal farm right here, you can still see it. But yeah, up here it's pretty empty. But I guess I had plans up here because I did build this beam. I'm not sure for what exactly. And also we have this balcony section that goes out. Pretty simple. And yeah, I really don't like this building. Maybe we can do like some texturing work sometime in the future to make it look better. Now we're gonna head back to the front of the base after I defeated the Ender Dragon. Ooh, I still haven't patched this dirt after removing the villager from last episode. But yeah, right here next to the farm area, we have like a small greenhouse. So right after we defeated the Ender Dragon, I needed rockets. So I place like a automatic sugarcane farm. That's super simple. And it just gets put into this chest right here. As so. And yeah, I often just like craft all of them right here. We usually have like papers from the gunpowder making session that I usually do in batches. And right next to it, we have this pathway that I still haven't finished to the more recent builds. May 12, 2024. It's a Buddhist statue that I have. And inside this Buddhist statue, it's a creeper farm with cats. It's pretty simple actually. It's like just 2 layers of it. And they just get tossed down here. All the way into the campfire and burned to death basically. And we have a collection center all the way down here, which I also haven't decorated the outside. But we're gonna put like a building or something that connects all the way to the pier right there. But inside, it's pretty cozy. I like the different types of wood that I use here. I might do more of this in the future. I really like this style. And right here we just have a lot of gunpowders. This little room is really nice. It's pretty cozy in here. And as we head back up, the next project that I did is a clay machine. And I built this because I want to build a factory out of bricks, which is that building right there. And it's pretty simple actually. It's just a normal machine that I copied from YouTube. And you just put dirt right here. And then it turns into mud packs. And there's a lot of dripstones under here. I can show you real quick. And they are converted into clay. And then clay turns into bricks by putting them in a furnace. And I just usually chill up here and wait. And as you can see right here, the farm is covered in these blocks, which I'm trying to emulate like a working machine. Because in every build that I do, I try to make it seem like the world is alive, right? We want to make it seem like someone's actually working here and the machine actually looks like a machine. And yeah, I try to do that with all the builds. And if we head back here, I wasn't thinking about what to do back here when I was building the house. But as you can see, it's not done at all. But yeah, as we head out right here, we can start to see the base coming alive with all the different section of the base being built slowly. I really like this dock. I feel like this is going to add so much to the base. And it's just like a small portion of it done, right? Once it's like wrapped around this area, it's going to look so good. And I want to show you guys an interesting fact right here. This patch of area right here is actually the spawn chunk. Which is pretty funny because I didn't even go that far before I found a place to settle down, which is actually pretty interesting. But I mean, I really like this area. Like there's a lot of like good spaces, like this river right here that connects all the way out. It's just so cool. So I'm pretty happy where we built our base. Let me sleep again real quick. Alright, actually I missed a few builds that I did before those two right there. I built this cactus farm right here almost the same time as that building right there. I'm not sure which came first, but this building houses a cactus farm, but I don't really use the cactus. I mainly use it to smelt my stuff and get XP to repair my tools, just like this. I don't actually think... oh, there's a menu. Like that. And it's a pretty simple system. If we head back here, we have the azaleas that we collect from the Bonemeal farm and use them as fuels for our XP farm right here, basically. And we have this trash can system. But we have this trash can system right here. So we take all of the green dye and put it in here, and it would basically burn itself. But it's super loud and annoying, and we need to fix that in the future because that drives me crazy when I AFK in this area. And as you can see up here, there's like a pixel art of the cactus, and there's one more outside right here. But I really hate this building right here because it's so out of place. It's not in the same style as the other buildings. And I want to tear this down so badly. Like all of the other buildings that I've built in this area that I want to tear down the most is probably this one right here. I'm pretty sure I got inspiration from an Apple store, because Apple stores have a lot of windows and I want to do something similar to that, I guess. I don't know. I really hate this build. But yeah, let me go into my free cam and you can see it's pretty simple. We just have iron bars in between the cactus, and once it grows, it just pops off all the way down here into the water stream and into these hoppers. But yeah, that's about it from this building. But right next to this building right here, we have this pagoda right here. I think that's what it's called. It's just a small build, and I'm not sure if I still like it. It looks kind of weird to me, but I feel like I need to update this as well. But it's just a small building, and it houses a barrel, and inside we have these papers, and I want to have fun ways to store my ideas, so I built this place right here. But as you can see down here, these are all the projects that I've completed. The villager breeding house, an auto wheat farm, spider farm, and aqueduct. And up here are the ones that I've not completed, and some of them I probably don't want to complete anymore. Like this giant tree, there's an explanation for this. I'll let you guys know in a bit. And cave strip mine is my main cave system that I still use. And we have railway system that I still want to do actually. An XP farm, which we kind of did build with the cactus farm. And right here we have a bamboo field farm, flower farm, and better roads. So most of these I still want to build, but this tree right here is actually an interesting story. So if we head up here, this was the spider farm. It doesn't work too well and it's ugly, but we do get some strings occasionally. Those ugly mob farm that looks like a plus sign, that's all the way up in the air, but I just removed it like pretty recently actually. And down here we have all of the stuff that I collected from that, and the idea was to cover up that ugly thing with a giant tree, but I discarded that because I don't know how to build a giant tree. That's first, but also I don't think it fits the world anymore. But we'll see. Maybe sometime in the future I'll build a giant tree somewhere. But for now, that's a project that is abandoned, basically. Another building that I missed is this temple area right behind the blacksmith. You have this section right here that goes all the way up here into the temple, basically. And inside we have my villager who gives me mending. And back then there was a lot of raiders in this area. I'm not sure why, so I covered him up so he doesn't get killed, because he got eaten by a zombie once. But that's why the books are cheaper now, which is actually pretty good. But yeah, we keep him there. Funny thing actually, the villager wasn't supposed to be in here. This was supposed to house like a statue of a Buddha or something. And the villager was supposed to be out here, and he was supposed to be like a fortune teller right outside. But that's an abandoned project as well. I might continue it sometime in the future. That's still an interesting idea that I want to do, but I still haven't made the time to do it yet. But yeah, onto the town center again. We have this giant aqueduct. I'm pretty sure that was the next thing that I built. So it was built in June 5th, 2024. It doesn't really house anything, but it does connect to the slime farm all the way down there at the mine. So let me show you the mine real quick before I show you the full aqueduct. So it just goes all the way down here. And we can go all the way here. And this big structure right here is the slime farm. I showed this on my last episode because we built the building next to it, which house all the slimes that we collect from this machine. Basically all of the slime would spawn right here and then drop down here. They'll die and get picked up by the minecart right here. There's a bubble elevator, pushes all of the items inside, and goes here and inside this chest right here in our newest building right here. But we'll talk more about that building in a bit. Let's get back to the top first. Alright, so let me show you the aqueduct real quick. So this is just the first phase of the aqueduct. I was planning to build one more layer that goes all the way up here, and then the water would drop down here and there. And this would probably mark the first time I have detailing and gradients into my build. You can see there's moss here and different types of blocks to make it look a bit more interesting. And then I really like what I did with the arches here. It makes it pop out even more. So yeah, let's go on to the next building in the town, which is the factory right here. Again, the interior is not completely done yet. So this building right here was built in May 19, 2024, but it was recently completed. I'll tell you guys more about it once we see the inside. But this build right here was heavily inspired by B-Dub's build. He built like an iron farm in his survival world, and I really liked it. So I tried to adapt it and turn it into my own. But this right here houses my tree farm. And inside here, there's a working elevator that goes up and down. But it's not fully done yet, because this elevator was supposed to go all the way down into the tree farm right there. But I'm not done yet. But we at least have completed this intricate building, which is a TNT duper for the tree farm. I really like how this turned out. I feel like I've done my best to make this contraption look like a machine inside a factory. And if we head to the back, you can see it's not completed yet, but it connects to a pathway that leads to the other farm right here. So let me show you guys the tree farm. Since I haven't completed the elevator, how I usually go down is I would just jump down here. Here's the tree farm. This place really saves a lot of time for me. Like I just go down here, AFK a bit, and get a lot of logs. Yep, here are some of the logs. Here are some of the saplings. And here are some of the junk that I collected over time. So I copied someone's design on YouTube as well for this tree farm. I'm not good with redstone, so all of the redstones would be someone else's design, because I can't be doing redstone. It's not my thing. But yeah, now I just fly back up to get out of here, and I usually take some damage. And on the right side here, one day when I was using the TNT farm, I think something must have happened and this part of the factory got blown up, but I haven't gotten around to fixing it yet. Maybe I should do it right now. Alright, perfect. And we have this area right here, which I have not completed yet as well. It might be an office area or something, but we'll see. But this one right here is the expansion that I was talking about. This here is the iron farm. It's pretty simple. There's just villagers inside. There's a zombie here, and an iron golem would spawn up there, get burned, and those are my irons. So let's get out of here and sleep real quick. Alright, another building that I forgot to show is this sheep farm right here, and I try to make it look as natural as possible. Like I want it to be like a statue looking. I don't know if it looks like a sheep or not, but hopefully you think it's a sheep. But right here, you can press the button right here, and it goes into my wool farm basically, which I have not completed yet. I think there's a pattern here, like everything I've done, I've not completed yet. I was planning to put the wool up here so you can tell which color of sheep it is. But in the recent update, you can just tell by the fur color. So I might do that, I might not. I haven't switched up to the newest update because I have a lot of mods and it takes a while to get them all sorted. So yeah, hopefully soon I'll switch up to the newest update. But yeah, you can open the trapdoor down here and we have lots of wolves. Right there. And if I remember correctly, I think I stopped at green. This might be green right here. Oh, cyan actually, and this should be green. Yep, okay. Yeah, cyan I made for the last episode actually, because I needed cyan wool for that building right there. So yeah, on to the next one. I'm pretty sure I built this next. You can see this tiny bee farm, February 9, 2025, which is super recent. And it just houses my honeycomb. But yeah, let me show you guys what I meant when I said there's an expansion. So the first part of the build was this part right here. And then during the expansion, I placed this one right here for the iron farm, but as well as the top part right here. Let me show you guys the back side of it. So there's not much on the back side except, let me go to the free camp so you can see better. Except the windows here, the roof, and the chimney. That's pretty much it actually. And the silo right here. The silo is just to add detail to connect it to this, whatever this is, I guess. And as we can see here, the mezzanine is erected on February 14, 2025. Okay, so the next building I built was this one right here. It was built in 9 June 2024. It is a villager breeder, but at the front of it we have like a store. But I haven't completely decorated this area yet. But we have a villager here who sells us sticks for emeralds, which is incredibly great. And he actually did get killed by a zombie too. I had to cure him as well. This whole section here is still a work in progress. Like a lot of it is still not done. But it takes a while for me to get the idea of what I want to do. Like there's a gap here which I don't really know what to do. So I try to do them as I get the idea. So if I don't have any ideas for this area, I try to move on, work on something else, and then once I get the idea, I'll come back and touch it up again. But here's the second floor of the building. This is where the villager actually breeds. So let me go into the free camp, and we can see there's two villagers right here on a boat. Basically they have bread, and there's 3 beds right here. So they would breed, and one of the babies would usually drop here and into this system right here. And it works pretty well, I think. I've had like a couple of them, and most of the villagers here are their offsprings basically. This one right here, and we have one more right here. Yeah, a year later after that, I built this whole section right here, town center area. And I have signs right here to indicate what I want to build, like campfire 1 block higher. I don't know what this is referring to. I think it's this part right here when I was building it. But yeah, let's just show you that. We also have another sign right here, and it says statues, and I think the idea is to build statues all around this area up to the front, because it feels a bit empty to just leave it like this, right? So yeah, we'll see what I do with that as well. And this one says banner store. I think I wanted to put like a villager here to sell banners and stuff. And this here is my blacksmith villager, oh, mason actually, and I use him a lot for trading bricks and selling my clays into emerald, and then just buying the bricks so I don't have to smelt it. But yeah, we can go inside one of the buildings. It's still unfurnished, and it's a pretty small space. Hopefully one day I get to furnish everything in each of these buildings. Let's see up here. This one is a bit unique because it connects to all of the other buildings, which I kind of like, I think. So it connects to this one right here. There's a small balcony, and the back side of it is not completely done. I know I'm really horrible at this. And then we have this small space right here into the other side. But yeah, what I was saying is that this area right here is really hard to make, since it's like a weird angle, right? It's curving, and I want to make a tiled roof like this as well. So it's kind of like a hit or miss situation. If you look at it from a distance, it looks okay. It passes as a tiled roof. But from the front here, I think that's the best way to view it. Like from here, it looks like a tiled roof, right? And you can see the building curve, and it looks pretty good. And I try to use more colors in this building. I'm not sure why I did that, but and we have the mud bricks right here to help transition that curves as well. And on the other side right here, we want to mirror the same thing as we did here, with a bit of variation obviously. But I have the basic structure for this one because I already know what I want to build here. It's basically like a bakery, since this right here connects to the farm up there. It's my wheat farm. Now this wheat farm right here is unique in the sense that I keep these villagers in an open space, which means I have to make sure that all this area right here is light up properly. If not, a zombie can just hop right in and basically kill them. But one thing I want to mention about this build before we see the main build on the left side is that I hate this leaf so much. This is for temporarily to contain them in here because I was still farming for honeys right there. But basically once I have honeys, we can put honeys on the edges and just have like a 1 block high, like a cover, so that they can't really run anywhere. But yeah, this windmill right here is pretty cool. I did not design this one as well. I copied it from YouTube. It's a pretty cozy place. I furnished this one. There's like a kitchen space and there's a ladder up here that goes all the way to the top. There's nothing really inside here, but you can come all the way up and basically see the view from the inside. Now we can finally see the biggest build that I've done in this world, which is the Shulker factory right here. This build took me 3 weeks and it was a pain to do because first of all, I didn't have any plans on how I should design this. So basically I try to build it as I go along. I have like a sketch and a rough idea of what I want to do, but other than that, it's all just like what I decide on the fly basically. Let me tell you guys what I mean. So the front part right here, I have a general idea of what I want to do. Like the sketch that I did pretty much laid out all of this front part, but on the left side right here, I had no clue, which is why when I built it from the front facing first, and then I did the left side, and then I did the right side, and then finally I did the back side once I was ready basically. But yeah, so I didn't think about this window right here that goes out until I was done with this section right here. And I was like, this section could be a bit boring. If it's just like a normal wall, it'll be boring, right? So I placed that right there. But yeah, the inside is not furnished. I did the flooring. I did the first floor, but I haven't not completed everything else. So we can go up here and we can see that the second floor is somewhat built, but not completely. Like I have plans, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So you can go up here, connects to this area right here, and a staircase up the backside. And this here in the middle is the farm. And we have like a shulker inside. Yeah, it's all very complicated. And I hope I can finish this sometime soon, because I can't really use the farm unless I finish the interior properly. And the next project that I did, which was on the second episode, is to create all of this terraforming basically. So we started off by building the stair right here that connects the top section of the factory to the bottom floor. And we have the store right here. It leads nowhere just yet. But yeah, the project was basically trying to connect this side of the town to the right side of the town. We continued the dirt path all the way around to this section right here and into the Shulker farm. And lastly, we have this build right here, which is the dock area of my town, which is going to be a massive project right here. But I've built a small portion of it just to see how it works, and I really like it so far. And to accompany that, we built the first building in the town, which is the slime shop right here. So it's a very small building, but it has so much detail, which is why I really like this building so much. It's a 9x5 build, but it's so packed with detail, which is really cool. And what's interesting is that I probably wouldn't be able to build something like this like 2 or 3 months ago. It's all of the lessons that I learned from this build and the previous one and all of the builds that I've done before that. It accumulates into something that I'm really proud of, which is this build right here. So let me show you the interior. This one is fully completed. And moving forward, everything that I do in an episode, I have to do the interior as well. That has to be a challenge or something, because I don't want to do unfinished builds anymore. So since it's a slime store, I wanted to try and tell a story of how a slime is made. And usually the slime would come from that bubble elevator all the way here inside this chest. And then and we have someone tending it, and it's just like a random villager that I might need in the future. But we have like small details like this chest right here, the slime block right there, painting, and we have a shelf up there, and this side right here is the ladder, and it's basically the villager's living quarters. We have his chair and his food right here on a plate, and we have some poster, and this is supposed to be like a blind, and I think it looks like a blind from the outside. And we have like a small piping system right here, a plant, and some shelving again. And yeah, that's about everything that I've built in this world. I'm hoping we can do way more in the future, and seeing the feedbacks that I've gotten on these episodes, it's really encouraging. It makes me want to do so much more in this world. Like your ideas and your suggestion on what I should build and what the lore is in these builds is what really keeps me going. So please continue sharing them with me. But yeah, that concludes the tour, and we should move on to the next section right here. So here's a quick rundown of my mods. So we have all of these small mods right here that are not super important, but everything adds up basically. But I'll mention a few of my favorite mods right here. So I have the cool rain. It really adds a lot of atmosphere in the game, where you can hear the rain sound hitting the roof, hitting different types of material, and it really just adds a little, and it just adds a bit more realism to the game. And the next one is particle rain. It basically makes the rain go diagonally, which makes it seem a bit more realistic. It's just a stylistic choice basically. And we have distant horizon right here. It helps me see the world better. So you can see all the way back there, even though it's like smaller silhouettes, even though you can't really make out what's there. Being able to see the horizon is so much better. It adds up to the whole experience of the game, for me at least. So I've created a mod pack where you guys can download everything. That way you can replicate what I've done here in the world, as well as my shader settings. You can download that as well. But I am currently using BSL shaders. I really like the shaders because you can customize everything basically. And I just tweak a lot of the smaller stuff. I add more fog, and I change the water. I color grade it a bit. But yeah, I won't be showing you guys every small detail. I'll just give you guys the download links. That way you can just replicate what I have. And you can just click this import button once you have the file, and then it should automatically. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video right here. I hope you enjoyed the world tour. I hope I managed to show everything about my world. And I hope you guys join me for what's to come in the future. And the support that I've been getting has been amazing, and I hope to continue making videos for you guys. And I hope I see you guys in the next episode.